All right, now let's move to other conversations, looking at the surge in the food inflation rate. The continued surge in the prices of food in Nigeria is making families reassess their spending plans, and of course, with many foregoing the long practice of eating three-course meals as the unabating high inflation squeezes their finances. Well, on Monday, May 15th, the National Bureau of Statistics reported that food inflation rate in April 2023 was 24.6% on a year-on-year basis, which was 6.24% points higher compared to the 18.37% rate recorded in April 2022, as the rise in food inflation on a year-on-year basis was caused by increases in prices of oil and fat, bread and cereals, fish, potatoes, yam, and other tubers, fruits, meat, vegetables, and spirits. Inflation has remained elevated in Africa's biggest economy, eroding savings and incomes and prompting the central bank to hike interest rates to their highest level in nearly 2 decades, as data showed that despite the government's push to boost local production capacity in recent years, Nigeria still spent a whopping 1.9 trillion naira importing food in 2022. To make more sense, as we assess the impact of rising cost of food prices on Nigerian households, we are joined now by Remi Popola, Chief Executive Officer, Tongo Farm Enterprises Limited. Thank you for joining us. Good morning. Let's begin with your assessment of the recently released inflation rate. Of course, the NBS released the figure to be 22.2%. That's from the March inflation figure, which was put at 22.04%.
I know inflation continues to go to increase unabated, and basically, I think is that because we have not really taken care of all the other contributors to the inflation, the that increase. We have not dealt with it, and that's why we have it. We are only hitting the provide, like for example, now providing kind of fertilizer settlement in one part of the country of others, and the farmers issue. It's not, yes, it's very close, but the point is that it's not enough for to keep to control inflation. So there are so many other things that have to be done, and I am not sure the government is addressing that very well, because they need to really, because the local farmers are not really feeling them enough, and also the value chain has not really been well taken care of. So that's the challenge that we are facing. That's why the inflation will be on. It continue to increase, because not only so many things are involved, so many things are involved, and the price cannot it has refused to go down. In fact, in terms of cost of production, has refused to go down. In terms of labor cost, is on the rise, every day. So, and the willingness to go back to the farm, how many people are really ready? So that's the challenge that we have in our system right now.
Let's pick it up from your last statement. You're saying how many people are ready to go back to the farm, and we see that affecting the food inflation figure. We know that this administration came into power promising to grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Do you see that in play? They are about to leave office in about a few weeks, but it looks like we really didn't get a feel of that, growing what we eat and eating what we grow.
Yes, when they started with that, it was very good, and but having few days to go now, I don't think if you have not been able to achieve something for the past for more than 7 years, then that few days of 1 week and a half, you can't. I don't see it as it's just a way of people. I think the approach now is that people will just be saying that and let the government go. We need a new government. See, the issue of trust, in whatever you are doing, is very key. Then also you are talking about morale. The morale is very low, and the even though they started with giving loans and all that kind of stuff, but it's not enough to really settle to make sure that things run very well. Like for example now, if you talk about if you look at everything in totality, provision of funds, fertilizer, irrigation, you have transportation also, you have modern equipment also. All those things are part of those things that really have to be taken care of. And they are not there yet in terms of all those things. Because if you want to really solve this problem, you have to look at every dot of food production, every dot, every action, every movement. What is going to contribute to this? What is going to add to this? What is in terms of infrastructure, in terms of taking care of the waste? All those things you have to look at it. Because it's a different thing for a farmer to harvest 100 things. And it's also a different thing to get 20 things to the market. 80 out of it has already gone bad, and gone bad because of time, gone bad because of patronage, gone bad because of the system should be able to take care of some of those things at the point of harvest, apart from the raw material that will go to get to the marketplace. So the system has not really made provision for that.
But how would you rate all of the initiatives and policies that this government has come up with to help boost agricultural production in Nigeria? For instance, the Anchor Borrowers Program.
Like I said, you see, if you want to run a race, let's say 4 by 100, really race, the starter is a team. The starter might start very well, and then you have the second person, the third person, and the final person. If the starter started very, very well, and then the final person did not achieve, eventually came last. So you find out that he rubbished the effort of the starter, and that's exactly what we are talking about when you talk about alcohol. The money was given, some fantastic products, but at the end of the day, how many of them did they take care of the plot? Did they take care of transportation? Did they take care of infrastructure? Taking the product from the farm to the marketplace. All those things were not well taken care of. So you find out that whatever the government invested in initially, over time it got eroded. And again, the kind of people the money was given to. Are they the people that are interested in the work? How many of them are interested in the family itself? So those are the things that you look at, So at the end of the day, when you want to raise something, if you say, at the beginning you score 100%, but at the end you score 10%. By the time you look at everything, it might add up